It was Valentine's Day, and Spike and his friends were reaching the school building. They entered and saw all the heart decorations in the halls and on the classroom doors. "Oh, don't you all just love Valentine's Day?" Rarity asked with a heartwarming sigh. "I sure do. Normally we just hang these decorations, just to celebrate the holiday itself," Pinky explained to Spike. "I see," Spike said, as he went to his locker and opened it up, causing many Valentine's Day cards to fall out from his locked. "Oh boy," he said, feeling déjà vu. "Looks like the other students decided to let you know how they feel." Sunset noted, obviously, Spike said, as he collected all his cards and put them back in his locker. "Well, this is the first time we actually have a boy in our school to give Valentine's Day cards too. Normally we just give them to each other," Twilight explained. "Should I be scared or something about this?" Spike asked cautiously. Fluttershy answered, "Well, you might want to make sure none of the other girls catch you alone." Duly noted. "Oh, that reminds me." He reached into his bag holding out 7 cards. "These are for each of you. Happy Valentine's Day, girls." Spike, Twilight gasped. "Thank you," Rarity smiled. "You're welcome. And here, we got cards for you too," Pinky beamed, as the 7 each gave Spike a card. "Thanks, girls," Spike smiled. "Oh, we better get to class." They collected their books before heading to class. Inside the classroom, their teacher was Ms. Harsh Winnie, a grumpy woman who was incredibly strict and all about rules, as she gave a lesson on history. A majority of the students pretended to be interested, but in real life were bored out of their skulls. As Spike pretended to take notes from the boring teacher, he saw a slip of paper get placed on his desk from behind him. He curiously unraveled the note to reveal a message. "You and me together forever, Zoxo." Cautiously he turned around and saw Minute winking at him flirtatiously. Spike looked back to face front, feeling sheepish. When he faced the front, he noticed multiple other girls giving him the dreamy eyes. He looked to his right and saw Lyra. She motioned to her eye and closed it, revealing the word love written on her eyelid, and closed the other eye, revealing she had you written on her other eyelid. He started getting excited from the girls giving him more attention than before, until a voice snapped him out of it. "Mr. Drake." Spike snapped out of his thoughts and saw Ms. Harsh Winnie standing before his desk. "Ms. Harsh Winnie," he gasped. The firm teacher spoke. "Is my class boring you, Mr. Drake?" "No, ma'am, not boring at all." "Then sit still and pay attention." "Yes, ma'am." He thought to himself, "This lady makes me shit myself." When class ended, Spike left the room and was surrounded by several girls. "Spike, let me walk you to your next class," Colgate offered. "No, let us walk you," Flitter suggested on behalf of herself and Cloud Chaser. "I want to walk Spike to class," Cloud Kicker whined. "Get in line." Bonbon booted her aside. Spike watched as more girls were crowding him to offer to walk him to class. Before speaking up, Girls, please," they simmered down. "We can all walk to class together." The girls, deciding to follow Spike's suggestion, agreed. As they walked together, Spike thought, "No way I can handle huge crowds like this when they're this love-struck." Soon they were in gym class with the students doing push-ups. Spike was in between Rainbow Dash and Lightning Dust. As they did the exercise, "You feeling the burn, Spike?" Lightning asked. "Oh, I'm feeling it all right," Spike answered, as they finished their last few push-ups before getting to their feet. "Yeah, nothing like a good workout, is Spike." Rainbow playfully punched his shoulder. Spike chuckled while rubbing his shoulder. "You said it." Spitfire blew her whistle. "All right, ladies, hit the showers." So the students headed for the locker room. Spike, meanwhile, had entered his own locker room set up close to the girls' one, with a better shower stall that was much more spacious than the outhouse one. He showered off his sweat before changing back into his school uniform. When he looked at his cell phone, he saw he had a lot of text messages. "Geez, who's been texting me non-stop?" he asked, before opening up his first image. What he got was a full selfie shot of Trixie in the shower stall she was using as the shower was going. He gasped deeply and almost dropped his phone. "Trixie sent me an image of herself showering." He remembered the other texts. "Do I dare?" Taking a chance, he looked at the next message and saw it was a full selfie shot of Octavia in her own shower stall with the shower going. Spike blushed up and checked out the next one, being a Flitter in the same position as the others. Then Cloud Chaser, Adagio, Sonata, Aria, Photo Finish, Pixel Puzzles, Violet Blur, and the list just kept going on. The more shots he kept looking at, the more the blood started rushing downward to Spike Jr. when he finished looking at the last shower selfie of Moon Dancer. He spoke, I have enough shower selfies here to make at least 3 pine-up calendars. Though if Twilight, Sunset, Fluttershy, Rainbow, Rarity, Pinky, Applejack and Vinyl didn't send me anything like this, then that means they didn't have the idea like everyone else obviously did. They cannot know about these. I don't even dare show any of these to Discord. He saves all the shower selfies into a separate folder on his phone. He quickly straightened himself out so none of the rain booms would notice any change in his behavior. When everyone was heading for lunch, Spike was walking with the rain booms through the hall. The girls noticed that every time Spike looked at one of the other students he looked flustered, especially when the girls he was looking at smiled at him seductively. Twilight spoke up, Are you okay, Spike? Oh yeah, I'm fine, he answered, trying not to sound tense. Are you sure, darling? Rarity wondered. Yeah, you're acting all jumpy, Rainbow noted, and I'm normally the jumpy one, Pinky emphasized by jumping up and down non-stop. Sorry girls, it's just with all the attention I've been getting today, it's kind of starting to get to me, he explained as Applejack eyed him. Though no lie could get past Applejack's senses, there was truth to what Spike was saying. Well, don't worry, partner, just stick with us, she said, as Spike mentally sighed in relief when they entered the cafeteria. They collected their lunches, and for a special Valentine's Day treat were heart-shaped cookies. Each took one, while Pinky took multiple and hid them inside her big hair. Before they could find a table, the rest of the students started swarming around them with one thing on their minds. Spike, come sit with me. No, sit with me. Sit with us. Spike spoke up, girls. Thank you for your offers, but I'll stick with sitting with this group. Maybe some other time, he said, as the group walked onto their table as the rest of the students watched with sad eyes. So they sat at a table to enjoy their lunch peacefully. Spike spoke up. So what are we going to do after school today? Pinky answered. Sugacubba's Corner's having half off Valentine's Day special Sundays. We should go. I'm down with that, Rainbow admitted. Me too, Fluttershy agreed, and the others agreed. Then it's decided. Twilight smiled, as they continued to enjoy their lunch. As they ate, Spike would look past the girls and saw the rest of the students smiling lovingly and seductively at them. He knew they could tell he looked at all the selfies each of them sent him, but didn't want it to be known. He thought to himself, I'll be happy when the day is over, then things can get back to normal. Well, as normal as things can get. When classes ended, Spike and the Rainbooms, after collecting their stuff, walked outside the school. Glad today's over, Spike said in relief. So am I. Now let's go get those sundaes, Pinky said, as they made their way down the stairs, until they saw the doors burst open. They saw the rest of the student body crowd out. Spike, they called. Spike paled. Oh, not again. Might I suggest we hightail it out of here? Applejack suggested. Good idea. Sunset agreed. Run for it, Rarity cried, as the rest of the students ran for them, determined to get to Spike. Spike and the Rainbooms took off running for their lives, while Fluttershy, not being the most athletic, was dragged along by Rainbow Dash. As they ran, Spike looked back, seeing the mob of girls were still after him. He looked ahead, seeing an alley, and smirked. Girls, follow me, he called, as the girls followed him, making a turn into the alley. When the students made the turn to try and catch them, they saw they were gone. Aria asked, Hey, where'd they go? They vanished. Sanata gasped, and I thought I was good at that trick, Trixie added. Adagio groaned, Come on, girls. The group of girls left, knowing they'd never find any of them now. When they left, Spike and the girls popped their heads out of a dumpster. Fluttershy spoke. That was too close. No kidding, Vinyl agreed. I just can't believe we jumped into a dumpster, Rarity called. Relax, Rare, the only stuff in here is foam insulation, Rainbow said as she held up said foam insulation. Spike, did you know about this? Twilight asked as they climbed out. Oh sure, this building here dumps any old foam insulation in here when they're done with it. I used to jump in here with Discord when they dumped the foam in. Why would you do that? Rarity asked. It's fun, Spike answered. Come on, let's go before the student body shows up again, Twilight suggested, as they continued on. At Sugacubba's Corner, the Rainbooms and Spike were at a table each enjoying a sundae, as the girls each took a spoonful of their ice cream. They noticed a lot of other customers that were couples were feeding each other spoonfuls of ice cream. The girls got inspired and took another spoonful of their respective sundaes. Twilight spoke first. Here, Spike, try some of mine. Mine too, Pinky offered. And mine. Sunset offered as well, Spike seeing each of them offer a taste of their ice cream without looking desperate like the rest of the student body. Feeling more relaxed, he sampled each of their sundaes, looking pleased with how each one tasted. Thanks, girls, they were all delicious. Now then, try some of mine. He got a spoonful and fed Twilight first. Good. Twilight smiled. Spike got another spoonful and fed Pinkie Pie. Delicious, she beamed. Spike continued to feed bites to the rest of the girls, continuing with Applejack, Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, Rarity, Sunset Shimmer, and Vinyl Scratch. Spike smiled upon seeing their pleased looks and spoke, "I'm glad we can spend the day after school like this, girls. I've never really done anything like this on Valentine's Day. What did you used to do?" Applejack asked. "Nothing, to be honest. I'd just finish school and go back home." "That's no way to spend Valentine's Day," Pinkie pouted. "I know, but as I've said before, I didn't have this much popularity back then." "Well, which life would you prefer? This one or your old one?" Final asked. "This new life, hands down," he answered. The girl smiled. "We're glad to hear that," Rarity admitted. "After all, we like having you in our lives." "But you already know that," Twilight noted. "Yeah, I know," Spike answered. Pinkie placed some money on the table. "This is on me, guys." "Thanks, Pinkie," Spike replied. "No problema, come on, y'all, let's head back," Applejack suggested, and they all nodded. They returned to the dorm room, and before they went their separate ways to their own dorm rooms, Spike spoke. "Hey, girls, happy Valentine's Day." The girls pulled Spike into a group hug and answered together, "Happy Valentine's Day, Spike." Spike smiled and gave each of them a peck on the cheek, and so each one went to their respective rooms. When Spike entered his room and closed the door, he dropped his backpack loaded with Valentine's Day cards from the student body onto the floor. He let out a relieved sigh. What a day. He got undressed and was just in his boxer shorts and an undershirt. But a lot of neat stuff did come out of this. He picked up his cell phone. Remembering all the shower selfies he got from the girls in his phys ed class, he suddenly looked cautious and looked inside his closet, seeing nothing but his clothes and stuff. He looked in the bathroom, seeing it was empty, and under the bed, seeing nothing underneath. He sighed in relief before rushing to his door and locked it and closed the drapes of his window. He jumped onto his bed and opened up the pictures on his phone, looking excited. "Let the real fun begin," he said in arousal as he started to pleasure himself.
しき君を